jump. So, you know, the challenge for us is that the new norm, a 750 class, or is that an exception? You know, that something 5 or 6 years ago was special, you know, and all of a sudden you had, you know, like, you know, there was a blackout or something. That happened in New York years ago. So pre-K 12, we're over 8,600. What people don't always realize, because you don't see this big town like you would in Bellevue or Grand Island or something, we're the 7th largest school district in Nebraska. In the next 3 to 5 years, we will pass Grand Island up. And probably a little bit longer than that, we'll pass Bellevue up, and we'll be closing in on Papillion and Vista. Elkhorn will be a school district someday of over 18,000 students. And if you keep growing at 500 to 600 a year, you can do the math with that. This year, we opened a new elementary school, Arborview, which is just right over here. We added on to Elkhorn South High School, a building that opened in 2010. We did a really neat addition and remodel at Elkhorn Middle School, and we did a neat remodel at Elkhorn High School. These are projects which were part of a 2014 bond issue. We are working on a remodel of, those of you who've been around Elkhorn a long time know when I call a building the cafetorium. It was this building by the district office, which was kind of a gymnasium, auditorium, whatever. When I came to Elkhorn in 1975, and I heard this term, I said, is that really a word, a cafetorium? It's in the dictionary, you know. And, but we're remodeling, it's going to become a teacher planning center, because we don't have a large enough space where we can bring like all the kindergarten teachers in the district together to do in-service activities. So this is going to, it's really going to be very, very special, and it should be done right around the end of this year, the calendar year, and that will complete all the projects with that last bond issue. I'm out and about doing my farewell tour with the PTOs and that, but really, it's you know, when I come, they always grab their pocketbook because they know, like Dr. Hawk, I'm there for a bond issue. I'm not there for a bond issue this time. I'm there to share some news, because a lot of my job is putting fires out and misinformation about you're changing these boundaries or whatever. I want parents to have the accurate information on our staff. So one of the things we talk about is a third high school. You ever heard that? And people would ask me, well, when? And I would say, well, sometime, you know, because I really didn't know. And last spring, I started crunching some numbers and just kind of looking at growth and two different approaches to this, with no growth and with growth. And I realized that, doggone it, the students that will go to a third high school are now in our pipeline. They are in our elementary grades. If we stop growing today, which is just ridiculous, but if we stop growing today, in 7 to 8 years, we're out of room in our high schools. That's without growth. And so you work backwards. How long does it take to build a high school? You got to monitor your growth every year. I met last night with Spring Ridge parents, and over the next 2 months I'll meet with every elementary and middle school booster group. And the message I share is probably within 4 to 5 years, we have to have another bond issue. And within 7 years, we would be opening a third high school in the district and having to do some additions to our existing middle schools, or look at another middle school. And certainly there will be some elementaries along the way. So that is, you know, one of the messages. Those students are in the pipeline. So it is in the future. I think that those are the main things I wanted to cover. Otherwise, if you're an Elkhorn patron, thank you for all your support. You know, the neat thing for me is we have today 16 schools in the district, and elementary number 11 will open in 2 years. 16 schools. I have been here for the opening of every one of them, the first 2. I came the year that Skyline Elementary School opened, so I've seen a lot of changes, and what a wonderful community. And especially when I came for an interview, I'd never heard of Elkhorn, and now this has been home for a long time. So I'm going to turn this over from Elkhorn Mount Michael to Jack Pritchard.
So clearly I am not Dr. Peters, the head of our school. He unfortunately couldn't be here today due to a family emergency. And I also had notes because I knew that I was going to do this in the theme of growth, we're continuing that trend. Hopefully, it continues to go up. Obviously, 65 is where we're trying to be per class, so we are getting close to that goal. As a private boarding school, can everyone hear me if I just talk like this? No? Okay. Sorry. As a private boarding school, we do have a number of students from international other countries. We have 10 total countries represented at Mount Michael. The United States, Mexico, Australia, which is the first ever that we've had from Australia. Japan, Vietnam, Belgium, also the first ever for us. South Korea, China, and then Egypt, again, the first ever that we've had at Mount Michael. So that's, in the last 5 years, this will be one of the biggest